Hey, hey, howdy, hey everyone! Welcome again to another episode of the Peanut Gallery. I am your host, the wonderful Jade Fang, owner of the channel, and also the author of the webcomic Keys for Evil. Please go read it. And we are here today with uh, classic guests from the previous episodes of the Peanut Gallery. We got one that just came back from a long artistic pilgrimage, isn't that right? And we also
Right.
have one that has also been in another artistic pilgrimage of a whole different variety. Please introduce ourselves, our artistic pilgrimage guests, starting with Shara.
Okay, I'm Shara. Hey everyone. I primarily was a digital artist. Now I'm currently studying architecture, which has made me quite invisible on the online spectrum. I am author of a webtoon called Genocide. And otherwise, you can find me on Instagram by Isha Rahman and on other socials like Facebook. That's all.
Oh, so you were a digital artist, and now you still are a digital artist, but now you just do more right angles, and is that right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just a lot,
Just a lot more straight lines and right angles, the bane of every artist.
all those perpendicular and parallel lines make your houses.
Yeah. No, but I think it's pretty cool that what you are getting into. All in all, I respect the grind. And we also
Where
have
I
here,
end up.
yeah. All right, and the next guest we have, if you know him, you love him. He's our sleep paralysis demon, Sleep Aid.
Hi, I'm Sleep Aid, your local sleep paralysis demon. You can find me on YouTube and Webtoons. I occasionally review webcomics on my YouTube channel. I really need to get back into that, and I will have a lot of comics on the way in the near future. So, got a lot of things in progress at the moment.
Good stuff, good stuff. Love it. You know you love it. I can't wait to see those reviews as well, because from past experience with you here, you are a very big brain person. You're able to see things that I usually cannot see on these things. You're like a poet.
I feel like if you just say enough big words, people think you know what you're talking about. That's what my experience has been.
So what you're saying is that I should just increase my vocabulary.
Yes, just make everything up.
Start using big words, and people are like, "Oh, he's an academic."
An
All right,
academic, that's a good word, yeah.
all right. So, Shara, you have not been on the streams for quite a while, and you're about to see the new thing that we've done on the stream, which is called the betting stream, which you will see right now on the screen. Let me explain to you how the betting stream works. It's a We each start with a number of chips. In this case, it is five,
Okay.
and we have this big nifty wheel that you can see behind us. Now, this wheel has the name of every single comic that we have been submitted to review. And what we're going to do is we're going to wager our coins in the current the genres that you see around, and win coins if we are able to guess which genre is going to land, or lose coins if we get it wrong. And the thing that we do at the end of it, the last comic that we review, is chosen by the person with the most coins. So we got three chances to acquire the most amount of points possible, and then by the fourth one, the person with the most coins wins. And just so you know, the numbers next to each genre is how many coins you get back by betting on that specific genre. The ones,
Oh, I
And what
see.
is the prize?
Okay.
like I said, the prize is you get to pick the last comic that we review.
Oh wait, you did say that. Sorry.
ADHD generation, I get it.
I promise I'm paying attention. I have 4 Firefox windows open right now.
Like in real life or like in your head?
Both.
Great. All right, so you guys do you understand the rule, Shara?
I think I do.
All
Let's
right.
see.
So let us begin. Since you understand, then you start us off. Remember, you start off with 5 coins. You don't get any more in any other round, like from like another thing other than betting. So you can bet as many as you want, but you only have the five.
Alright. So colors are very broad, like they're very broad. Okay. I would probably go with they look very equally distributed. It's hard to hmm. Let's see. I'm gonna put
You're with choice
just for my
paralysis.
own preference.
What'd you say?
I would just action for like I guess 2 points. Let's see.
You want one on action? Is that what you said?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, you got one on action. Is that it? Or do you want to bet some more?
I'm not sure how people usually do it, so I'm just gonna go with
I mean,
I guess 2.
follow your heart, your gambling heart from all the gotcha games that you play.
I can bet
Hello? Still there?
can I bet on multiple genres?
Yeah,
Just
you
like I
can.
put one
You can.
concept. I guess another and romance.
So, all right. So you want action and romance? Anything else, or is that it?
I think that's it
That's
for
it.
now.
All
Yeah,
right. Sleep aid. Where will your coins lie?
I'll put one on thriller and one on drama.
One on thriller and one on drama. All right, kids. Let me show you how it's done. How real gamblers do it.
All right, let's see it.
I'm gonna put one on fantasy. I'm gonna put one on supernatural. I'm gonna put one on comedy. I'm gonna put one on sci-fi. I'm gonna put one on crime mystery. I'm gonna go all in, baby. This is the way you win. The more coins you bet, the more chances you have on winning. That's how the game works.
and one genre be betted by multiple people. Can we bet on the same genre?
Would you wait? Can you repeat that? I didn't quite get it.
Like can like all three of us or any both of us can bet on a single genre.
We can
I see
bet
we
on the same genre. Yeah, you can bet on a single one, or you can bet multiple coins in the same one.
okay.
It's just like betting in real life. You can use all the money that you want to bet on anything you want.
Okay.
So do you wanna bet on something else before we spin the wheel?
Now let's just start with this and see where
Uh,
it goes.
all right then. So let's spin the wheel. Three, two, one, and go.
Hey.
And we got birthmarks. Birthmarks is let's see.
By Alioun.
Birthmarks is in fact a fantasy action comic, which
Whoa.
means I lost most of my coins, but this is the way it goes. I get two back.
I see
And
that's how real gamblers do it.
No, but you see that is strategy. Strategy because if you the more you bet, the
Yeah,
more likely you have to win big.
I
Most
mean,
gamblers stop before they win big. That's why they lose their money. That's the way it works.
This is true. 99% of quitters lose.
Lose before they win it big. All right, and with that, let me switch the screens here for you so we can begin reading the comic.
This one sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if I read it or not.
And it's a very common name, birthmarks. All right, let us see the synopsis then. Birthmarks are special tattoos that some of this world are born with that give special powers. These powers are converted and are coveted and celebrated. But what do you do when you don't want yours? I mean, yeah, what do you do if you don't want your superpower? What if your superpower kind of sucks?
can you just surgically remove the mark and your power goes away?
Maybe. Like, what would you do if you were born with like a really bad, disgusting superpower? Like, you're able to rocketeer yourself, but only with shards.
I mean,
Like, would you want that removed? Like, you have the ability to fly, but it's sharding, so you're like kind
seen
of
that power before
you're
and
you're
stuff.
torpedoing yourself through the sky, and people are like, "What's that smell?"
I just keep it as a last minute resort
Last-
in case
like
I snapped.
it's kind of like a squid. Like, oh my god, I'm endangered, and you're just out of there, and like, oh my god, what's that smell?
Interesting.
I guess like at least that could be useful, maybe.
Like last minute emergency, guys. Like no other choice.
It's like I had no
See,
idea.
usually when you shit your pants, you don't get any benefit out of it. So I mean, it could be worse.
You just pull your
It's not
pants down and
robot.
you just like disappear in the cloud of smoke. All right, let's go then. Pretty starry sky. All right. Seely, what do you see? Uh, Go ahead, Shara. You're gonna be this person, and I'll be the other one.
I see fire. Wait, what?
Hey,
It's
I
very
think this is you
colorful.
still.
Hey, ever, hello.
What? Oh my god.
No, this
All right,
is
sleep aid. Be the dude bro.
Okay. Yeesh. Just got here and you're already mad at me.
the voice does not suit the face.
That's the best I can do.
Sorry, Raz. Just lost in thought. What is it?
The Oracle's ready to see you.
Somebody's practicing their birthmark.
With their birthmark.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of the things where usually you would create a fantasy word for it instead of calling it a birthmark.
Birthmarks. A sort of magical tattoo some are born with. Oh my god.
Right.
These people are. Wait, these. Oh, wait, my screen kind of lagged a little bit. These people are greatly sought after for their abilities. Swing! Always having a weapon at your side has its uses. Looks like hers is a basic sword, but powerful nonetheless. This could finally be. Oh, this is This is her in their monologue, I guess. This could finally
Mhm.
be my chance to get rid of mine. Push birthmarks. Wait, are birthmarks always weapons, or is it like a something else? Huh.
Literally.
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's
I
see.
Can I,
guess maybe
I
we'll
guess
find out. Yeah.
yeah, we will. All right, Shara, you're gonna be this person that also
mm, can
give
I help you?
scary aura. I was told the Oracle wanted to see me.
Ever then, follow me, please. Celine, the girl you wanted to see. Ever. Guess I'll be the
Oh yeah,
speaker.
you are this person as well, I guess.
Yes. Ever. I've been waiting for you. After some deep divination, I found the solution to your problem.
What? Really? How does she already know what I came here for?
Remove your birthmark. All you need is a dragon's breath.
Yeah, all you need is to kill yourself. Easy, right? What?
What?
Whoa.
Roar, I'm a dragon.
Roar, I'm a dragon as well. And how exactly would I survive that?
Guess you'll have to make friends with one.
Not helpful. Okay, then, do you have any other information that might help?
Try the metering down at Bridge.
I swear, I thought that this was just gonna say, nope. Bye.
Same, same.
Aspenburge, but I've never left this town before. Thank you.
Was that then? Yes, the shoe don't look like much. Right? But Celine knows something we don't.
Well, should we just leave first thing in the morning?
I can't ask you to come with me. You've never lived here either.
Good thing you're not asking then. I'm telling.
Hazel, we've been best friends ever since we were kids. He was a punk kid, but the only friend I had. He's always been there. Can't say I'm not glad he decided to come with me. It'll be less terrifying if I'm not alone.
All right, ready to go? I'm kind of excited to see more of the world.
Yep, I'm ready. Let's go. I wonder what her birthmark is like to want to get rid of it.
Mm.
They should have at least showed it. Like, to see what it was like. Anyway, I think the art looks cool. So let's continue. Be her birthmark is a bomb that automatically explodes.
Oh, oh no.
It just makes your socks wet.
No, because they said birthmarks are weapons, and like in this case, it was a sword. So maybe hers is like something that she literally can only use once, and then like it, kind of like the mutant that had the explosion mutation. It was like, oh, you can blow yourself up once and die.
Oh,
That was actually a funny story from the X Men. It's like they scanned the person, they were mutants. Like, yeah, you have the rare gene to blow yourself up. It's like, and then I
just
survive?
my
Nope. You just do it once and then you die. That's your power.
Cool.
All right, this is
Uh,
you.
should be there by the end of the day at this pace.
Anime Sagada
Whoa.
noises.
A waterfall. Let's stop for a break.
Let's see. I think it's still loading. Wait, what? Did it not load
Yeah,
correctly? Am I just missing one? Because I have to refresh the
it
page.
just didn't load. I have it on mine.
And then what? Great, it didn't come up still. Well, just
Because the
keep.
water's nice and cool.
I guess the water is nice and cool. Hmm. Oh, so they cut her cheek. Shing. Dodge. Rummage. Grab. Extend. She got the stick.
Which is
She
the power pole.
she has the power pole. Stop the glass that was coming towards her. Long time no see. Long long distance won't work, I say. It's kind of weird. Like you just saw someone like on a pool. It's like gonna jump them. They look simple and weak. Crystallize, crystallize. Now I have a stick too. Oh, it's a sword. See, all the birthmarks, I guess, are weapons in some way, shape, or form.
It probably is a bomb.
Yeah.
Why are you attacking me? What do you want? I don't have anything valuable if that's it. I don't want your things. Ah! Zap.
Did you forget there were two of us here?
She's gone.
That was easy. Guess I'm just that scary. Are you all right?
He's doing
The
like the.
same
He's
panel
doing
twice in
that
a row.
that JJK meme. The guy like running his hand to his hair.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just that scary, just running your hair back. I'm good. You didn't have to step in, but thanks. Let's move on. The guy saves her from being attacked by another person that just froze them in place. It's like, oh, you didn't need to. I had this handled. I was stuck in place, but I'm fine. She came and went so suddenly. What was the point? You said the guy wouldn't get involved. Sleep aid beats mysterious
Oh, I knew
man.
Yeah.
that. I truly thought he wouldn't. That makes it more interesting.
Uh-huh. Before I forget, and number 3. Oh, look at that. It's really nice looking background right there. Oh, well, let's split up. Dragons? No, sorry. I know there. I know a lot of hunters looking for one nearby. Excuse me. My friend and I are looking for a dragon. Know anything? Shara, go.
Yeah. Dragon? What do you want with the dragon?
Oh, I just wanted to breathe on me. Don't think about it too hard. How strange.
Are you hunting them? Why do you want a dragon?
No, not hunting. Kind of sounds weird, but I'm trying to make friends with one.
Well, maybe I could take you where one can spot it. Can you meet me back here in an hour?
Yes?
Okay, it's a bit of a while. Maybe half a day.
Half a day? 1 hour later.
Okay, I'm ready. Glad you came back. I'm Ren, by the way.
And so trusting. Maybe if what if the she was actually lying and just saying she wanted to kill one? It was like, no, no, I just
Yeah,
want to make friends with one.
skeptical.
Random
Mm.
people would never lie.
Yeah, it's she looks like a protagonist. Protagonists don't lie, silly. I didn't notice before. I'm Ever. She's kind of cute.
Whoa, okay.
Whoa, the bi vibes are real.
I'm Rizal. Raz is fine, though. I didn't even know her name, and we're just gonna follow her into the woods? Leave it to Ever to put us in a situation like this. Is she crazy? Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, so this is. Oh, so she is just dumb. I guess that's what makes more sense.
You
It's
know
like the
that.
guy thinks of all the things. Like, wait, you just talk to one person and you're just gonna follow them into the woods alone. how long? How long a trip you say it was again?
We should be there early morning if we stop overnight.
I think this is you. This is the girl.
Yeah,
No, this is her thought. Like your thought
can I
of your character. I think.
can I really trust them? This ever
Is it? Oh yeah, she has
Yeah, she's
purple.
got
She
red
has
eyes.
purple eyes.
I
Yeah.
could,
Hold on,
you know,
we're being
careful.
followed.
She set us up?
I maybe forgot to mention that I'm being hunted. What?
Huh?
There she is. Thought she went this way. Let's get her. For a second there, I thought he was missing an arm. He's just behind his back. Raz, get Ren out of here.
You got it.
Hey, wait!
What are you doing? We can't just leave her. We have to get. We have to go back. She could get hurt.
Oh,
She.
wait a second.
Boom. Oh wait, maybe it is a bomb.
Oh, there goes the bomb.
There goes the. She's dead now. Story's
Yeah,
over.
No,
the end.
no, no, no! Did they bring literal bomb? Why? Ever?
Job.
Chomp.
What? What are you doing? How could you be eating your friend?
Oh my god, am I right? Is that their power was a bomb? Wrap me back up, will your ass?
There you go. You didn't kill him, did you?
No, I just scared him a little. I think.
I don't understand. How? How did you survive the explosive? Do you have some kind of shielding power?
Never mind that. I need to know why those men are after you.
I guess you could say I have something they really want. I'm very sorry. Do you still wish to continue?
I kinda don't have a choice, but it's getting dark. We should make camp. You'll stay in my tent.
Glad she's okay, but her aura is kind of scary right now. Alright.
Okay, I guess this is chapter 3. So here is
Mm,
where we will end it, and we will go into the thoughts and opinions and discussion on the matter.
Yes, yes.
Yes, indeed. So, what did you guys think of the beginning of the story that was presented?
Well, I like that it kind of got right to the point. It told you what it was about right away, so you understand, like, kind of what the focus is. It's on the birthmarks, the namesake of the series, and it doesn't take its time, setting everything up or explaining everything. It kind of just dives right in, and it's pretty quick to set everything up.
I do agree with you there. It's like it's a refreshing to see a story that doesn't need too much background information for the story itself to begin. Because usually we see like stories that begin like it's like in the it talks about the world for a little bit and then talks about the setting and then
Yeah.
after like the very end of of like the introduction and then you start seeing the inkling of what the conflict of the story is. But then
Yeah.
again, it's like
First,
Yeah,
there were three
get
goddesses,
so
and
caught up in.
then an evil empire, and here's where all the lands are located, and it just goes on. And yeah, this one is just okay. Here's the birthmarks. That's what matters, and here's our story.
here's the birthmarks. Main character wants to get rid of them. They gotta get breathed on by a dragon to do it. Go.
Yeah, and all the other stuff you can figure that out later.
Yeah, we can talk about the rest of the details later. Like there is a goddess or something that gives the birthmarks. There's a world behind it, but don't worry about that stuff. Focus on the story here. We got a person. They want to get rid of their superpower because it's kind of stinky, and they got to get inside a dragon's mouth to do it. So it's kind of like I think of it. It's kind of like Dora the Explorer stories. There's 3 points. You got to do the 3 points to get the story done, and you're already introduced to the three of them. Doesn't mean you're gonna do three things exactly, but you know like the general way the story is going.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
Uh, One of the things I wanted to mention is that I think like story wise, I think they should have shown in the beginning or at some point in this introduction the reason why the character wants to get rid of their superpower. Because usually when you have a superpower, you don't really want to get rid of it.
Right.
You, you usually are the person. These kind of stories are usually like the person who doesn't have some sort of superpower wants a superpower, not a person that does wants to get rid of theirs. So it would have been nice to see at some point in the beginning why they want to get rid of their powers. Maybe it's a hindrance or maybe it's too dangerous or maybe
Like they didn't really take the time to set the theme of it, why
yeah.
she's so against having power.
Yeah. They should have shown like
Yeah.
why they wanted. It's like maybe like their power is extremely dangerous, or she got like some sort of like cursed power that like is a bad omen, or something like that.
Yeah,
Something
or
should
just
have.
like kind of some kind of foreshadowing for it, like maybe she hurt somebody that she cared about, or something like that, or
Yeah,
couldn't control it, or even if it wasn't gonna explain what it was, what her power is right away.
Like
Like
a
if they're gonna
side plot.
save that for later, there should be a hint as to like why she wants to get rid of it. Yeah.
yeah. Like
I
cause
think they just thought that the introduction to the gods was already such a random thing that using another flashback would have like muddied the storytelling, so they just went with now. I'm just gonna dive right into it.
no, but I do agree. I do get that it's a good thing they dove right into it, but it would have been
Mm.
nice to have an explanation to why the character wants to do it. Because
Mm.
like then you can latch on to reasoning instead of just action. It's kind of like
Yeah, and it kind of creates tension.
let me give you like an
Go ahead.
example. Like if there was a villain in a story that is just being evil for the sake of being evil, and you're like, all right, he's just the evil guy. But if there's like a reasoning behind that, behind this evilness, even if it's not justified, you can kind of get into the story a little bit more because like I don't agree with him, but I get it that why he's doing it. Kind of get it.
Like we're not compelled to follow her along. We're just like, if you're curious, then just follow along.
Yeah, just like yeah. Right now, it's kind of like it's like okay intro, but it could have been a great intro if there was like just that little piece of information in the beginning there. Just showing like maybe like some sort of like hints like oh my power just like all my birthmark does is hurt people, or this is like something that like or like my birthmark is too dangerous, or it's a hindrance
Or
or bad or anything. Just
even
any
if they had just
foreshadowing.
shown what she did during the explosion, because the explosion happens off screen, and so it's just implied that there was some devastating effect. But if they had just showed like what it actually did, even if they didn't explain it, that would kind of help us understand better.
Yeah.
In the like chapter 4, they would have explained.
It
what the
would
explosion was like.
probably
Yeah,
chapter
maybe.
four would explain it, but as we know here on the webtoons, they give you three chapters to introduce your story for them to be able to like see if like they want to continue or not. So
Yeah.
we're just seeing the introduction part. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to say, art wise, I think this is one another great case study of the artist who knows how to draw pretty poses but doesn't know how to draw dynamic and movement. Because as we've seen many times before in the podcast, drawing movement is very hard and
Yeah.
difficult to do. So they seem to know how to do. The artist here seems to know how to do proportions very well and the characters very well, but doing action poses is like a whole different ball game. And I don't know if you guys saw. Let me see if I can see an example here on chapter two.
Yeah,
The
with the
beginning,
ice lady.
the ice
Kind
lady,
of,
is that most artists when they're starting to draw action poses, they do something I like to call is like the freeze frame action poses, which is kind of like the when you see like pictures of like a
It has
sports game and they like take like the picture of like the person mid like like with those like high caliber cameras that are able to like freeze the frame kind of.
yeah.
This is what I'm kind of implying here. Now like the action poses are fine like proportional wise, but they don't have any movement in them. They kind of look like they're just standing still on all of them, which is
it became instead of a movement.
no, which is like here you see like on this one right here, which is a good pose for an action pose, but there's like no like blur lines. There's no what's the name of that thing where they do like stretch effects where like to show like fast movement,
Oh, smearing. Yeah.
smearing and stuff like that.
Yeah, and even like she has a flowing cape on, but it's just like it's hanging straight down
So
as if she's not moving at all. And
Like a
yeah,
exactly,
lot of fun.
exactly. So it's like this it's understandable that they don't know how to do these yet, but it's something that would be nice to see in future episodes or future like updates, like that evolution in the style, like doing like the motions and whatnot.
yeah, especially for an action series, like you really got to get good at portraying that motion because with these big anime fights with giant explosions and ice powers and whatnot, like to portray the gravity of that, you've got to have that blowback and that visible motion. Like,
Yeah, but I do believe that they got the potential to do it. Like the art they
oh
do
yeah,
is pretty good. Like I remember seeing that little ending art they do of their characters really cute. And
Yeah. I'd like to point out is like the font size. I think they underestimated how little they could use. Like
you think
the
the
font size was really for thought bubble.
you think the font sizes should be it needs to be bigger? I think it's actually too big.
No, this should be, yeah, I'm saying that it should be a bit smaller. They like even put the thought bubbles way too big. Like
Oh
it's all
yeah,
across the
it's smaller.
phone.
Yeah, I get it. I was gonna, but at the very least, what they've done here correctly is make the font like make each speech bubble point to the character that is talking. Because you would not believe, but there's a whole bunch of comics that don't do that. That I'm like, why
yeah,
do you do that? Why do you want the author to figure out who's saying what here? What do you have to
Yes, run
gain?
whoever bites with the dialogue most says.
yeah. I think maybe what they're missing is like I know some people go by the capital H rule, which is that there should be room for a capital H in the corners the margin of every speech bubble between the text and the bubble itself. That way, it doesn't feel like the text is like being crowded by the balloon. So,
Yeah.
That's an interesting.
I also go by like my personal take when I'm doing like speech bubbles is that a speech balloon can have at max 4 lines before you break it off into a separate balloon. So you can like break off your the speech into little chunks instead of just having like
Yeah.
one paragraph, which
Yeah.
does also help with like the flow of the speaking and whatnot. But I think the
One sentence, one bubble. At,
yeah
at most two.
usually that's good at most two. So that's why I put like the 4 lines kind of thing. But
Mm.
anyone wants to say anything else before we go into grading? Because now we do grading on these things. Shara, that's a new thing we've been doing.
A
Because
lot of things have been
you,
happening and
you
everything.
miss so many things. We started doing the grading because Webtoons took out the ratings on the comics. So now we do them here because we want to see ratings.
I guess the only other thing I could say is, like I said at the beginning, kind of as a joke, but like using the word birthmarks is it's a little awkward sometimes, and it sounds weird in a sentence when they talk about it. So that's the type of thing where it would be better to create a fantasy word for it.
I personally think it's fine being called birthmarks because I think it's probably done on purpose so you can have like those strange conversations like they're using their birthmarks.
Yeah, yeah,
But
you
Be
could
a cat.
definitely like bend it backward and use it almost as a joke, and that would work too.
or their
Yeah.
birthmarks is so powerful.
Yeah.
Or like actually then you don't know if they're talking about actual birthmarks or like the ability like it's like their birthmark is all exposed and whatnot and it's just their like superpower little thing. So anyways, with that we shall go to the rating part of the stream. With Shara, we rate the comic, out of 8 peanuts, what we think the the score is. Like I will begin here. I will say this comic here is a solid 5 out of 8 peanuts. For the reasons that I think the story portrayed was fine. I think it's just a little bit lacking with the reasoning behind the quest for the getting rid of the birthmarks, and also that since this is an action comic, the lack of a movement in the fight scenes I think do hurt the story a little bit.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I think what was presented was a fine like story to read, in downtime, and that is my reasoning behind my rating. Now, how about you, Sleep Aid? What do you give the story?
Yeah, I was also going to give it about a 5 out of 8. I think as a fantasy action, like we said, my favorite part about it was just that it dives right in and starts moving immediately. The characters, leave their hometown in the first episode and they just jump right into the adventure. And so it doesn't waste too much time on setup and it kind of gets right to the point. And I really do appreciate that, especially in an action series. But there there are a few places where I feel like the pace could actually afford to slow down a little bit more. Like episode 2 kind of shows us what a fight scene looks like between birthmark users, but we also have our main characters being attacked by a random villain for reasons that are not clear, and then episode 3 we have our main characters being attacked by different random villains for reasons that are not clear, and so there are a few things that I kind of wish we had more hints at what was going on. Like, why are these villains actually after these characters, and why does she want to get rid of her birthmark? Like, just a little bit more setup would be nice. But I'm glad that they don't waste time on setting up things that aren't immediately important. So yeah,
All right, so another 5 out of 8. How about you, Shara? What is your peanut score?
I'm also gonna go with the five out here. Like the overall story, it feels like like the page said that the setting is quite a bit more so prioritized than the main actions that are happening. And overall, like we can flow with the story, but like there's more that we would expect at the beginning to like have some idea that where we're going.
All right, so 5 out of 8 across the board. Also, Shara, just so you know, just because we give a rating doesn't like don't be peer pressured into like agreeing with us. If you have a different idea, you can speak your mind. We're all friends here.
I would have, don't worry.
All
I'm
right,
not getting peer pressure.
just making sure, okay? So
So
with
unfortunately, the series has not been updated since July. So
oh, that is so sad. But with that,
They were quite consistent before, yeah.
we shall go back into the betting screen. So,
All right.
Shara, you have 8 coins to play with, and I think Tree has 3, and I have 2. So we gotta.
who's Tree?
I mean, not Tree. Sleep aid. Sorry, different,
A
different,
tree that.
different guest. Different guest.
Yeah,
So you got. How about you start then, Shara, since you have 8 coins? Where do you wanna
Eight.
bet
That's a
in?
lot. I should just go old gambler style at this
Old gambler style.
double or nothing.
point. Okay, I'm gonna put like thriller, one
You,
in supernatural.
you say thriller? Is that what you said?
Yep.
So one on thriller, one on supernatural,
One on comedy,
one on comedy.
romance, and I guess action, fantasy.
So, and fantasy. So you're betting 4 coins. You're gonna have 4 left.
No,
Oh, five
I
coins.
think
Yeah, you're gonna have 3 left.
I'm just gonna go with another one. I guess five. Uh, this is, let's see, action. Yeah, I'm gonna go with action too.
Action two. Okay. All right. Sleep aid. Sleep a D.
I will put one on drama and one on crime and mystery.
One on drama and one on crime and mystery. You're gonna keep one back.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to put. I have 2 coins. I'm gonna put one on fantasy, and I'm going to go all in. I'm gonna put one on superhero. Because if you don't bet big, what are you doing?
Fair
Gotta
enough.
go big or go home. You only have 2 coins, so let's spin the wheel. Love and Hex. I think I actually
Oh,
lost everything. Never mind this bullshit. I lost it all. I think it's a comedy. I think it's a comedy romance.
Um,
oh yeah, it is comedy and fantasy.
Oh, comedy and fantasy, so I broke even.
Oh,
I won nothing. My gosh, 161 episodes.
Alright, so I guess I get 2 back, and Shara gets 6 back.
nice.
So you're back at 8. So you basically we're basically back where we started. All right, love and hex. Let me switch this. You guys can see right there already. Switching screens for you, and we shall get into it now. A retired adventurer pursues a relationship with a young night hag who had once tried to steal his soul. This time, she's stolen his heart. Drawn and written by Brandon Weigel. Updates Wednesdays. 161. Dang it. That's a
Yeah.
that's a lot. This person's committed to the grind.
Yeah, last updated 10 days ago. So
First episode's called Honey, I'm Home. That's so real.
All right, since this is a comedy one, we're probably going to read a few more since these are going to
yeah,
be
they seem
very
kind of
short.
short.
All right, so let's go with uh, Sleep Aid. You're gonna be MC, and Shara, you're
You're
gonna
on
be the hag, I guess.
you're on episode 62.
Oh, this is episode 62. I thought it was the first. Wait, how was this episode 6? Oh,
So
wait.
they're back at 17 pages.
But I'm thinking the 10 one. How is it this the. This should be the last one. This should be the first one. It's like two.
No, you should go back farther. There's still an arrow visible.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought it was. All right, now we're.
I've seen this one before.
So I got to be the bald guy.
You're gonna be one Saitama
Kind of voice you give a guy like that.
Shara, you're gonna be the hag, I guess. Go
No
ahead.
one wins here. Hi, honey, I'm home.
You were in town so long. I missed you. Did you find everything on my list?
Well,
Again,
I'm sorry. There's nothing for dinner.
luckily the budget dropped by this morning.
Great. What are we having?
The butch. I knew it. I knew it.
Hug
I
your
called it.
hag. I love that little.
Hug the hag on the apron. All right, love and hacks.
Cinnamon or cardamom. Granny's handwriting is terrible.
Hey, babe, what's cooking?
Sven, you're just in time. Here, taste this.
Poof.
Definitely not cardamom.
Needs more salt.
This is pretty funny, not gonna lie.
Now I'm enjoying reading this.
Singing crickets was accidentally turned into a frog.
That's his name.
I guess.
So, could you change me back?
But you look so cute. Oh, every hex has a counter charm. We just need to find it. It's Granny's recipe. She's very traditional. Oh, I bet it's something like who loves kiss.
Wow.
Oh, so it's like that, is it?
Oh, so you really don't love me, huh? Is that what it is? Love and Hex. Carter, dearie, don't you want to see what we brought?
Oh, Nanny.
Where's your young human? He should help Calvin unpack.
He won't be joining us.
Ah, a lover's tiff. Didn't I warn you? But young hags always think they know best. Look at me and Calvin. 2 centuries of perfect harmony. You have to remove the soul, love. Still, we'll miss his appetite with that big pot of stew.
I don't feel like stew anymore.
Oh, then what will I make?
Frog's legs.
Well then. All right. This is the last one. Okay. True love's kiss? No, dearie. That's just what we tell people.
The kiss does turn the frog bag into a prince. Everyone knows the story. Why tell the victim how to break the curse anyway?
That's the whole point. When you a kiss from some dippy girl does break the spell, both of them believe it was the power of true love. So of course, the natural thing for two true loves to do is to spend the rest of their lives together. Years later, the lovers, bound by choice, at the first attractive pair of lips that come along, inevitably drift apart. This is the real curse, to spend their lives wondering. It is true love, but what's wrong with me? A kiss from a fair maid, that's all it takes.
Oh, husband, I'm so sorry. The kiss didn't fall because you don't love me. It was because I'm not.
Wait.
Just what are you implying?
Wait a minute. Who are you? Okay, I think this is five. This is the fifth one, yeah. All
Mhm.
right, then let us go back into this is the last one, so we'll go to thoughts and opinions time now. So, what do you think of the story that was presented so far?
I would personally say I enjoyed the ride. Like it was enjoyable, very, very much so.
I do agree with you. The pacing of this one was well presented, and the story was actually pretty funny.
And the gag did land.
The gags did land exactly, and the little like arc they had was also pretty funny, where she turned him into a frog. The true love kiss didn't work, and then the grandma comes and is like, "What are you, stupid? That's not what it works. That's not what it is. We just tell people it's that." I thought that
Yeah,
was pretty
I love
funny.
definitely
how they emphasize with the
reminds
underline.
me.
Like one at a time. Go
Uh,
sleep A first.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say it reminds me a lot of like a newspaper comic strip.
yeah.
Yeah, that does remind me of. But I think that's what like all like the good like short comedy comics should be like. It should be like a little
Yeah,
newspaper strip.
just like a joke a day type thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty good about that. Yeah,
So the thing, also, another thing I was gonna say is the art style is very simplistic, but I think it's like it's charming of what they're trying to do.
Like it fits with the whole vibe, actually.
yeah,
So I actually really dig the whole vibe of what was going on. Even though like I do find like interesting that they like the hag like a representation that they had here. So I do think since it is one of the like the beginning comics, they do evolve the hag style in the end. Let's look at one of like the more recent ones. Well, yeah, she does evolve somewhat. She still has the blank eyes, but it is kind of better. So we can't really judge the art style since it was done such a long time ago. They've evolved from then.
Oh, and then they were like kind of adapted to the vertical band. So
All right, Shara, you drifted off and I wasn't able to hear anything you said.
oh, I was just scrolling the like the most recent episode, and it went along with the vertical band better. And that it's
Oh, like
more,
you're saying it fits the vertical style better, like the more recent ones.
yeah, they like put the panels in vertical style properly now.
Oh yeah, you're right. It does. It does fit the vertical style more. So there is some evolution in the art style from back then till now. So good job for them for that. I think there's like not that much to say in this comic. I think they did some great pacing for a comedy comic. The characters seem very charming. They did a very good job representing each of their like personalities with them being married and all. And
Yeah, it's your classy, normal comedy. Yeah, what you'd
and
expect.
yeah, usually what they do say is that short comics are like short page comics are kind of like frowned upon on webtoons, but I think being like this kind of pacing is fine because like every like page is its own like little hook, line, and sinker. So you don't
Yeah.
feel like you're missing anything. Like you're just like reading part of a story, and you're gonna have to like read like three more to finish it. Like it's fine the way it is. So do we?
Yeah, shorter episodes is pretty normal for comedy. Like this style of story usually does really well on Webtoon. So.
Yeah, I was saying like usually like other kind of stories that are not comedy that like do like short pages do bad because like not a like the page doesn't show like the entire like arc of like the action that's going on, and people don't really like clicking to like see the like, next one and the next one. But I think this one, like in comedy, it works fine because each page has its own like arc in the story, so you don't feel like you're having to like look to the next one to like see like the next part of the story.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, there
mean,
was
yeah, basically, I guess I'll finish it. Webtoon is basically marketing on the fact there's gonna be new episodes that get like kind of hooked into, and then it'd get in their paywall, then you'd have to be paying and beating. That's how most of the stories work, because that's what gets the money.
Yeah,
So this kind of stuff is just kind of like easier on the audience. It's fun.
yeah, I think I could
it
appreciate
remind
that. But go ahead.
kind of reminds me of back when I used to read newspaper comics back when we used to get the newspaper. There was most of the comics were just like really really short and to the point because it was just 3 or 4 panels, and so it was just comedy. It would just be like a quick setup and punchline type of joke. And then there was one comic that I don't remember the name of it, but it was like the Prince of something, and it was this epic adventure series about this prince going on this fantasy adventure. But it was only 3 panels every newspaper, and so it always felt like you could never really tell what was going on, and it was really hard to get invested in the story. And so yeah, shorter format works really well for comedy if you're just doing like quick one-off joke gags and then loosely tying it together.
Totally agree. So, with that, how about we go to the peanut rating? Do you? How about you guys begin this time? How about you, Shara? What do you give as a peanut rating?
Let's give it a like solid 7.
A 7 out of 8.
Yeah, yeah. Like I can see. I mean, uh, based on the part that we've read so far, like whole vibe of the thing, the art style, and overall the gags, they landed pretty well, and it's like near perfect for us. And I'm not very keen on giving a perfect score like 8 out of 8, so I'm just gonna go with 7. And I see that the improvements in the art style is present in the recent episodes, so that's why I'm giving it a 7.
All right. How about you, Sleep Aid? What do you give the comic?
I would probably say a 6 out of 8. I think it does a pretty good job of what it's trying to do, which is just quick setup and payoff jokes. I feel like the art could be a little better. It's good enough for what this is. This style of comic doesn't really need incredibly well rendered pictures or anything, but I do feel like there's some places where it could maybe be improved a little bit to help accentuate the actual gag, show what's actually going on. But for the most part, I think it's pretty good. I'm glad that the later episodes have flat colors. I think that helps a lot. But um, yeah, it's short, sweet, it's funny. It's easy to just kind of read without getting super invested in, and so yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say something similar to Shara being 7 out of 8, but I really like the story and the pacing. I think the only thing that I would critique it in like the ones that we've were shown was the art style. Even though the art style is fine, I would have enjoyed a little bit more if it was like a colored and have a little bit of cell shading, a little bit of depth. But not saying that the comic is bad because of it. It's more of like a little nitpick. But other than that, I think the story and the what was presented was great in general. And oh yeah, I forgot to do this with the first comic, so I'll do it with this one and then the previous one. I don't know if you guys that are watching this maybe later want to see the comic. It's called Love and Hex. You can find it on Webtoons. And the comic that we did previously, just as a reminder, was go back.
The
Yeah,
birthmarks.
birthmarks. Beep beep. Come on, there we go. Birthmarks. And for both of those, go do the reader thing, which is like, comment, subscribe. Give likes to the episodes, all the shebangs. So, and with that, we're on the third comic of the night, already into number three. And we are in the last betting comic that we're gonna do. After this one, the winner is going to decide what is our comic's fate. So, Shara, you're still in the lead with 8, and I still have 2, and Sleep Aid has 1. So,
I'm again gonna spread across the board. I just,
you're gonna
I
spread
guess.
across. So,
I mean, you just told me the rules how to play like an old gambler. I'm just gonna go along.
all right. So
Uh,
where are you gonna spread across?
let's see. Once again, action.
One on
Mhm.
action. Okay.
Yep. Drama, romance.
One on drama and one on romance.
Yep.
Now you got
This
5.
time on, yeah, this time on sci-fi, comedy, and supernatural.
So one on sci-fi and one where did you say?
Comedy and supernatural.
Comedy and supernatural. Okay, so that's 6. You still got 2 coins left. Do you want to bet them or keep them?
I mean, this is the last round. Fantasy and mm, yeah, no, uh, I'm gonna keep one
You're gonna keep one just in case.
just in case.
All right. So what I'm gonna do, since I'm gonna bet it all. I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna put one on superhero. I'm gonna put one on crime and mystery. It's either you go big or
So,
you go home. All right, Sleep Aid. You got 1 coin. Where do you want to keep your? Do you want to put yours
Uh,
somewhere, or do you want to keep it?
Toss it on Thriller.
Gonna put on thriller. All right. So one of us is gonna win. One of
Well,
us
we
is,
could all lose.
or we could all lose. It could be just a slice of life, and we all just lose epically. No, actually, no,
And then
because
it'd be
Shara's.
another zombie apocalypse.
that is like such a good twist.
With that, we shall spin the wheel. You guys ready? Let us spin the wheel.
Wheel of Webtoons.
All right,
My
we
mind is like in the
got
wheel of the oh,
blood, flesh, and bone. I think this comic. Did we do this one already? Don't remember. Let's just see. Let's see. It
Wasn't that
sounds.
the one with the weird meat people?
No, it's not.
It's not.
It is a fantasy crime mystery.
No way.
Way, I am the winner. Yeah, baby. See, I told you that all the gamblers lose it before they win it big, and I just won it big, baby. I did it.
Yeah,
Are you taking notes, Shara? This is how you do it.
yes, I see. Just bet everything and everything.
You gotta bet it all on black. Put it on 21. All right. With that, let us read the comic just a second. Just a.
Okay, I remember this one. Yeah,
I don't think we read it on these streams
I've
that
read it before, but I've read a lot. So
you've read a lot of stuff. You are a cultured fellow.
this is oh, actually, this wasn't in the contest. No, this is way before that.
All right.
I guess I just read it on my own. Then I don't know.
All right. So Finn wakes up in a grave with no idea how he got there. With over him looms the sorcerer Alvaro, who forces him to track down his former gang. Can Finn
Mhm.
figure out what happened to him and save his friends? Winner of the Ginkgo Awards 2024. Or maybe that's where you got it from. The Ginkgo Awards.
Maybe.
Okay, episode 1, The Awakening. Warning: this series will contain depictions of several dark topics such as violence, death, blood, self-harm, occult practices, sacrifices, and more that some might find unsettling. Reader discretion is advised. You've been warned. Up, up, wake up. All right, this uh, tree, I mean, sleep aid, you're going to be the the main character since you read this comic before.
Okay. I think it's a double lead, but yeah. Up, wake up. Did I fall asleep? Tired.
You, you came. You can hear me? Can you hear me?
Uh,
That might be a problem. Get up. We need to get going.
what? What is going on?
Very short prologue. Alright. Discretion.
Damn, my head's so heavy. Something is stuck in my throat.
Cough,
Cough,
cough.
cough, cough. Why does he keep staring at me like that?
It's weird. You seem so awake. Drink this.
Gulp.
God, what was that?
Larg. Gross. What was that even?
You talk?
The fuck? What is going on? Why wouldn't I talk?
No, 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 no. That's not the plan.
What? What plan? What happened? Who are you? Where are my friends?
That wasn't supposed to happen.
What? Who even are you?
Alvardo, I'm the divine of the Lucerio.
Divine? Wait, Lucerio? Like, the divine? The divine that brought back a river?
Thank you. All right. Since there was a prologue, I guess we can go up 4, but at the 4th one we're stopping
Yeah, they're kind of short.
because they're kind of short. Find a brought back a river.
Aren't you way too young for that title? Also, You don't really look divine either.
Oh, you're just judging me by my looks then. That's kind of racist, isn't it? Oh, you don't look like a ruthless killer, but here we are.
Killer? That's a serious accusation.
Where do you think my arm went? Can you spare us the theatric scorpion?
Nah. Busted.
Is that a tattoo? Oh, it is like chest thing right there. Right there.
Scorpion.
Pretty sick.
Another birthmark.
A
It just
birth
gets out.
Yeah.
it's a birth it's his birthmark. He can
It's
spawn
some
scorpions from his
scorpions.
chest.
That would be so cool, though.
No, maybe like the downside would be like, he spawns the scorpions, but the scorpions aren't really controlled by him. They're just
Or
scorpions.
maybe his weapon is a scorpion. He just picks it up by the tail and swings it around.
You think I found you by chance? No, no, no. You and your rotten gang killed my brother, and you're going to help me get back at them.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really remember what happened the last days, so sorry for your loss.
Are you making fun of me?
Me? I would never.
I don't know what you're planning, but
Ooh.
don't move. Stop. For reading. Okay, fourth one, and then we will go to thoughts and or opinions. Don't move. Stop. Stop. Fapshing. What?
What?
Oh,
Why
give me the knife.
am I doing what he wants? What did you do to me?
Do you think I'm an idiot? You're one of them. I took precautions.
What kind of precautions?
Effective ones. You will do what I tell you to do. You will not attack me again.
Uh,
Shut up.
uh,
You can try, but it is pointless to resist. My powers are so powerful. They always work. And now follow me. We have a long way to go. All right, that is the end there, and we shall go. Oh, friggin' thing. I forgot to put on the comic again.
oh,
Dang it. Keep forgetting those things. I'll put it on post, I guess. You know what? I'll just scroll by real quick so people can see it. See the art, because the art's actually pretty good. So,
Yeah.
with that, what did you guys think of the story presented so far? Starting out with.
Intriguing.
Wait, what? What'd you say, Shara?
Intriguing.
Intriguing?
Yeah.
Anything else? Just intriguing?
Like, we aren't getting much information. It's just a lot of setup, no clarity, but there's a good vibe that we're following, but that's all good vibes for now. This episode's certainly short.
Yeah. There's like not that much shown to us, but I do agree.
yeah, this one, like, since the episodes are short, if we only read 4 of them, like, you don't really get a whole lot there, so it's not really that much to think about, but um, I do think that it does a very good job of introducing the characters, and so over these 4 episodes, like, we kind of see how their personalities clash, even though there's not that much content here, but like you can see the bandit that's been resurrected. He's very angry and willing to just kind of get his way by force. Meanwhile, the necromancer in this case is he's confident in his spells, but he's also kind of afraid. You can tell he's not super like used to this type of thing, and so he's like rattled when he's got the knife put up to him and whatnot. And so you get a good idea of the personalities of the characters just from the way they're drawn. And like they really do a good job of showing emotion through expression and kind of allowing you to read between the lines of, what each character is thinking, even if they don't explicitly have to tell you.
One thing so
Yeah,
we're
the
gonna
expression is quite well.
one thing I was gonna say is that since like this comic does seem it would like benefit from like condensing like its older chapters into like one big chapter, like maybe like get like
Mm.
2 or 3 pages and just put them into one. It's like to make the updates a bit longer because these are pretty old
Yeah.
pages. Like it's 2023, 2022 actually. So it's not like they're so to like help like the new reader like speed through the comic along, like these older pages could be condensed so that they don't have to click as much and get a gist of the story a little bit better. Even though they did show in the these first pages, the personalities of each character pretty well, and they did like introduce a little bit of the world, like like the affiliations of each character, one's being from a gang and one being like a messenger of the gods. And the objective of the story is like the revenge of this person that was had their brother killed.
Yeah.
I do think they could have presented a little bit more in these like initial pages of introduction. And I think the best way to have done it would be to condense the pages so that the new reader could see more of the story in these pages.
If you go along and see on the 7th page, you can see that the third episode is divided in 4 total, I think 5 total parts. They could have just condensed it, and the other things are also like divided. I think due to their image resolution being high, that's why they kind of wrote it down. That could have happened, and then they didn't properly know how to
Char,
organize
speak
it.
closer to the mic because it's like your voice is like trailing off and we can't hear you.
Oh, I was just saying about the like condensing the episodes together, and you can see that they put up numbers in like chapter 3:1, chapter 3:2,
Yeah,
chapter
yeah,
3.
yeah. I do see that. Like you could have condensed like since these are old chapters, it would even if like you maybe lose like the comments, you're not gonna lose the likes on them, and the initial reader would maybe like get bigger chunks of the story and maybe get interested, be like more likely to be hooked on it, because like story wise, I think they did a fine job like with the little bit that they presented. Like the art looks really good. They seem to know what they're doing, like in the panel wise and whatnot. Lettering is great. You can easily read who's doing what, and they did fine showing the actions and the personalities. I think the only problem I see in this comic is what was presented in the beginning was a bit short and could have been extended a little bit more. And it seems like a really easy fix just to condense these initial pages into like bigger pages, because you already have them done. You're just getting a file and like throwing it into another file.
Yeah, this is one of those comics where I think it looks like it uploads like it seems like once or twice a month because it's still ongoing. It was updated 2 weeks ago, so it's still being done. And I think it's just they're posting it as fast as they can make it, and so maybe they just don't have that much time to work on it, and so they're just trying to keep up with it as much as they can. But unfortunately, it's the type of comic that it seems like it's a really good story. It's actually very interesting, but because of the way Webtoon is formatted as a platform, it really prioritizes bigger episodes and longer episodes and more consistent uploads. And so this is that type of story that, on its own merits, is a very good story and it's very well done. It just doesn't really work as well with the Webtoon platform. And so, like, something that I know a lot of people do when they have a slower production speed is they'll, release shorter episodes like this, and then after they get a chapter done, they'll combine it all together and then release it as one big episode. And so they would have the best of both worlds, essentially. Like you'd get the bi-weekly uploads, and then after you get to a certain checkpoint, you would combine all the recent episodes into one and then post that as well, and then you kind of double dip. Like,
No, yeah, that's what I was saying. Is like, just get the old episodes and combine them, and like continue on the pace that you're going if you're comfortable with that pace already. But like for like the ones beforehand, since they're already done, all you guys gotta do is just put them together and make a bigger episode, so that the new reader that gets to your comic and like gets interested in it, they don't have to like trot to as much of the clicking to like read your story. They can just gobble it all down, and you know
Yeah, it kind of breaks the flow when you just get to the end of the page and it says thank you for reading at every other cutscene.
all right.
one other thing I would point out is that it's also in black and white. It's in grayscale. Webtoon as a platform really prefers color. There are unfortunately a lot of people that if they click on something and see it's black and white, they just won't even read it. And so
That
this is one of those comics where it's almost like they've done so many different tones with gray and black and whatnot that it's kind of the same amount of effort as just coloring it anyway. And so I think that the black and white kind of works for this, like because it's just the style of narrative that it's more like thematic. It kind of sets the mood pretty well, but also they would probably benefit from just turning it into color. Unfortunately,
as
because again,
someone
Webtoon as a platform is so different from other comic sites.
who does a comic in color, I can tell you, like by experience, that the grayscale that they're doing is significantly faster than what I'm doing. So maybe they're doing it just so they can keep up with the speed of updates. And I personally think that the whole black and white comic thing, it is an acquired taste. Yes, we live in like in society where most people that read comics want to see them in color, and it's more of like an old soul kind of thing to like enjoy black and white comics, or maybe like you're a manga reader. So I
No,
don't.
Yeah.
really, like some stories really go so well with the grayscale
Yeah,
theme. Like it makes the story more classy, more serious in a way, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, like
That's
I
how
said,
I.
I think the grayscale looks really good in this comic. It's just that on Webtoon, like it's gonna be harder to sell to people.
yeah. The webtoon audience TikTok brains are gonna be like, "Oh, no color, skip."
So that's kind of where I
I
say,
think
like, I think this comic's
that
really
it
good. It
really
just it doesn't really hit the Webtoon standards. It's
Yeah,
like it's on the wrong platform in a
see that
way,
it's
if that
got
makes
a
sense.
like a pretty hardcore fan base. Like it's got good views and good numbers of subscribers. I guess they're the old souls that Jay is talking about.
it's the
The
people that
hardcore
look
mongers.
that look past the grayscale and they're like, "Oh, I know it's
Not
in
even
grayscale, but
they
I still like
prefer
it."
it. Yeah.
So other than that, I think like we talked about the art, we talked about the story, and now we got to give the rating. About this time, who started last time? I think it was Shara. So this time, I guess Sleep Aid.
Um, so if I'm rating it based off of the 4 episodes that we read, that's kind of tough because like I would probably give it is it whole numbers or do we have decimal
You
points?
can give decimals. It just has to be out of 8 still.
I'd probably do like a 5.5 out of 8 because again, I honestly like I think this comic is really good. It's just if I'm judging it as a webtoon and also if I'm just only judging it off of the 4 episodes that we read, I think that the way that the webtoon platform works, they kind of expect you to have your whole story set up in the first 3 episodes, and that's where it asks you to subscribe, and that's kind of what they like look at it as. Your pilot is your first 3 episodes, and so this one, it's very vague. It's a slow burn. It takes a long time to explain itself to you. It takes a while to kind of get going. So if you read it as a slow burn, I think it's very good. But as a webtoon, based on the 4 episodes that we did read, yeah, I'd probably give it like a 5.5. I feel like it it's a type of webcomic that works better on a different platform just because of the expectations that Webtoon's platform has. Like the reader base here has a different expectation for what a comic is.
I do agree with you there. How about you, Shara? What's your peanut rating?
I would give it a solid 6, actually. Like, I agree with Sleep Aid there that the Lifted platform has a lot of preconceived uh, expectations from the webtoon. Like, the art has to be in color, the length of the story, and all.
Closer,
But
closer to the
as you
mic,
see
Shara,
that
so we can hear you.
oh, sorry. So, like, as a canvas story, like, if you guys are familiar that sometimes creators just do not want to get on the original. They just want to keep their comic on multiple platforms. They just stick to being on Canvas because they already have like a strong fan base. And they just follow their own thing, like other platforms like us and some. I don't know. I'm not sure about the other ones. I guess Tapa probably goes better with this kind of story. So they kind of keep that format that their main fan base prefers more and just keeps it on Webtoon because it's also a platform. So on that note, I think they're doing a pretty good job. And like I said in like at the start, that there was not much of a setup of the world. Like there's only two characters. The characters are well built, but we're not getting much from the only 4 episodes we've read. So overall, I'm gonna give it a 6, not more, because I wish there was more.
Yeah, I will have to agree with you on the rating. I also see this comic as a 6 out of 8 for similar reasons that Sleep Aid already said that the episodes are very short and not a lot of story was presented, even though what was presented was really great. And I think the also for like another reason for the 6 would be the what's dang I forgot what I was gonna say. Just lost my own train of thought here. Oh yeah, I was gonna.
So right now,
But what I was gonna say is the other reason for the 6 would be the the grayscaling. Even though I personally like it, I do agree with Sleep Aid that it is not a it's not a preferred art art media on webtoons. I do think this comic maybe could get more views on another platform, like maybe Global Comics or Nanikami, maybe Tapas. But mostly, I think the best fix for the comic currently would be just to condense its previous episodes that they already have it done. That would probably put the grading up like a few, maybe from 6 to like a 7 or 7.5, just from that alone, because they're gonna show more story in the beginning by condensing the
Yeah,
chapters.
I think you're
I
probably right
think
about that because how much Webtoon staff they talk about the hook. You know what the hook is like,
Yeah, the first 3 episodes.
but also like the hook.
Yeah, so you can the hook of your story. They wanted you to present
Yeah,
that very quickly.
it was
yeah.
purpose, like,
Essentially you want that as soon as possible, and so that's kind of, again, that's something that this is just, it's suffering from the slower upload pacing, which is not, it's not a criticism of the story, it's just the way that it's being presented basically, and so it's harder to bite into it because it takes so many episodes to really get going, whereas again, like just like knowing the way that Webtoon as a platform works, you really want to jump right into it as quickly as possible. And so that's the type of thing where you'll have people kind of click away or get distracted and like not really get it. Whereas, yeah, it just
That is
it,
true.
it needs that hook as early as possible. And
That
so
is
I think you're right that if they combined some of the earlier episodes into just like a bigger introduction, that would kind of get people invested faster.
yeah. It's unfortunate, but we do live in the TikTok generation where people's attention span are just so short that a slow paced story is just not gonna cut it for most people.
Well, it's one of those things where like you can make a slow paced story even on Webtoon, but you'll notice that most of the slower paced webtoons, especially the originals, if it's going to take a while to set everything up, what they'll do is they'll have a prologue that's kind of like a fast forward that gives you
Gives you
kind of like
like
a hint at where the story is going. Like I guess they call it a spoiler or like
the cliff notes.
uh, there's a
Foreshadowing.
there's a word for it. I can't remember offhand, but it kind of like tells you right away like where the story's going to go. That way you know what you're investing in.
Mm, yeah, the what Shara said, the foreshadowing. Give you like the spoilers. But yeah, so aside from that, I really like the art style. Like I really like the dynamic posing and whatnot. I think the only thing I wish it had more was more story in the beginning.
The
So
Stinger, that's what it's called, the Stinger.
there we go. So with that, the last comic of the betting part of the stream is Blood, Flesh, and Bone. Go give it a read on webtoons. Do the reader thing, which like, comic, and subscribing and whatnot. And with that, we shall go to the picked comic. I am once again the winner in my own streams. It has been a millennia, but I've done it. I
I feel
think
like
it's
this game is rigged.
this game is rigged. I do
In a
actually
way.
think that it's been like a very long time since I've won on one of these things. And the
Not enough
comic
horror comics.
that what?
Not enough horror comics. I always bet on horror and I never win.
I mean, if people want more horror comics, they have to submit more horror comics for us to
I'm
read.
working on it. I'll get them to you as soon as possible.
It's like you're making like 10
Let's
of
get
them just to put it on the list.
I kind of am.
All right. So the comic I am going to pick from today is from the list, which is one that has caught my eye for a while now, but it just hasn't shown up, and I never win on one of these things, so I can never pick it, which is called Wish Fulfillment. It is a comedy story, and the art looks very interesting. Let's see, Wish.
Is it the blue thing?
Yes, it's a blue thing,
Okay. 155 episodes.
and I think I spelled it wrong.
Uh, one L then two.
Wish. There we go. There it is. It's the blue thing, as you said. Let's go to thingy. And you guys ready to go?
Yep.
All right. At last, the webcomic where all your wishes come true, sort of, has arrived. Wish Fulfillment has us job shadow spooky. Wish Fulfillment has us job shadow spooky. An overworked and grossly underpaid genie as she works to satisfy her endlessly growing client list. Her trials and tribulations are varied and numerous, but Spooky is a seasoned professional and is, hopefully, capable of handling anything that comes her way. Remember, service with a smile, and your wish is her command. So many abbreviations.
So this is another one of those like trying to find a job comics, or
I mean, maybe.
I don't know. No.
I mean,
I
it's
feel
a.
like there's a genre of comic that is wacky person works different jobs. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I know. I know the mood.
creative, like overpowered
Over.
legends to get into freelancing.
I think it's like more relatable for people now in this generations. Just people just trying to find a job.
yeah.
Unemployment and overpopulation.
Genre is unemployment, unemployed flailing.
Yeah, when can we get that on the betting table? Genre
I mean,
unemployed.
webtoons did make LGBTQ plus and romance fantasy is their own genres, so maybe unemployment will be a genre in the future.
Romance fantasy kind of makes sense as a genre.
No, because romance is a genre and fantasy in a genre. They made one that's specifically romance fantasy together.
Yeah, well, see, the cool kids today call it romantasy. And so that's basically when you have average women fall in love with like werewolves and minotaurs and stuff.
Isn't that just smut?
Yes.
Well, good that we agree on this then. Go ahead,
You are
Shara.
correct.
You're going to be the genie, so give it the
Shit.
Shara, give it your best genie voice.
Like, great. Now that I have your attention, allow me to introduce myself. The name's Spooky. Take a wild guess as to why people call me that. I am a professional genie. And this
Snap.
is wish fulfillment, a non-profit organization dedicated to all of the wish fulfillment needs. And we're here to give you, yes, you, dear reader,
Me?
all the things that you want.
And that rendered hand. This reminds me of SpongeBob, like the you.
Those like 4K panels right in the middle.
But first, let's start with the things that you need. Knowledge. Oh my god, it's just calling me literate.
You a dumb little bum bum. You need to get smart.
For and subject. Knowledge specifically.
Wait, what's the say with? Let me just read what it says
Table of
there.
contents.
Table of context. Our mission, our system, our schedule, what to expect, and question mark, question mark, question mark.
Here's a quick rundown. As a wish fulfillment, we have only one mantra. Our
Yeah.
mission. People what they want.
You gotta do this.
This is
You
such
gotta
You
clap.
gotta do this. You gotta do the claps. Get people what they want.
what they want.
TikTok short, yes.
How do we do that? Well, that's all a part of a robust system.
Thud.
Wish fulfillment backlog, property of gazpacho. Secret keep out classified. Of webcomics, of course. Wish fulfillment is a variety pack of seasoned stories and one-off gags. In order to properly follow along, you may need to understand the system.
Oh my god, this looks like I'm reading a contract.
Yeah. Is this like a how to read this webcomic? Oh my god.
Is it? It's like
Probably
let me. You're a dumb little baby. Let me show you how comics work.
I could speed read this.
Okay.
The-
Serialized stories are organized by episodes. Episode numbers are in front, and the part numbers follows behind it. Episode hashtag
Oh my
underscore
god.
hashtag panels with the same number are meant to be read in order. Parts can vary greatly in layout and size from each other. As of now, they will be primarily within a 4-panel structure. These stories are typically going to be about me and my colleagues. There may be life continuity between them, but for the most part, can be enjoyed by themselves.
So
One of on the other hand, oh my god.
when they said that they think we're dumb, when they said they think we're dumb, they really meant it. Jeez.
They really. This is not even halfway through. Have you looked at the scroll bar?
Oh my god! It just keeps going.
I'm just gonna skip past the schedule, I think.
Okay, let's see. I'll just speed read this then. One of the other hand is much a terrible tradition where comic featuring single joke in this to context. Sometimes you want to post one off episodes. I mean, schedule the story gag. This separate plan set up a number of gags and give it a vision. Oh my god! It just keeps getting scheduled. Okay, so just keep. They just really think we're dumb here. It's like, you know what? You're a dumb little
Segment will be
baby.
uploaded sequentially and will continue until the episode is finished. Once over, Gag a Day style uploads will replace episode segments for a full week. Then a new episode will begin. Gag a Days may at some point in the future be placed on specific days, like Thursday or Friday, and in between episodes. Under ideal conditions, Wish Fulfillment will post every day. However, much is still being set up at the moment, just so there may be a reduced upload rate to the immediate future. Whenever the backlogs get too low, Wish Fulfillment will space out its post schedule. There should be never be a week without at least 2 episodes. Oh God.
Oh God. You know what this is reminding me of? This like sort of, kind of. You know those what's the name? Not streamers. Those VTuber debuts where they're like, oh my God, this is gonna be me. It's gonna be my schedule. This is what we're gonna do, guys.
See, you guys like do you have the thing? You probably not. It's an America thing where they'll advertise medicine on like TV and the radio, and they have to list all the side effects legally. So they'll have a guy say it as quickly as possible, and it just like it's a guy like talking so quickly that you can't even understand what he's saying. But he's like, side effects include like
Oh,
insomnia, thoughts of suicide, diarrhea, upset stomach, and whatnot. It just keeps going for like 30 seconds.
I do remember seeing those, but I have not watched TV in such a long time.
Yeah.
All right, then
Easy.
let's go again. How about you? Let's
Yeah.
go
Yeah, well,
go
Let's
ahead,
talk about
Shara.
Yeah. Well, that should be enough to get started. That was more than enough.
It was more than enough. It's like Rick, you're gonna read my comic, but before that, can you please sign this like 10-page contract with me
it's
real
just like
quick?
the
Published
this is
book
like
on
the
how to
exposition of how to make a comic. It's like in the beginning there were 3 goddesses.
This is,
They created web comics.
you know what this is reminding me of? Have you guys ever seen that movie, The Cat in the Hat? And they goes like, before we started, there's something that we just do, something magical and full of wonder, and like just plops. It's like it's called the contract. It's
Yeah.
like you want us to sign this? It's just the formalities, really. What are those guys? Magical time traveling elves. Yeah, magic. It's like okay, they're
Oh
my
my God.
lawyers.
Now I know you all probably have tons of questions like how exactly does wish fulfillment satisfy my wants? Well, we'll get to that. Colleagues, who are they? When do we meet them? We'll get to know them too. Just exercise patience. We have been exercising a lot of it. My beautiful, bubbly babies, and all will be revealed. Eventually, why am I singing?
You gotta sing. That's
You gotta sing.
how it's written.
For now, set it out. Bye-bye. Enjoy the show. Oh, wait. Did I forget anything?
Oh my gosh, did she forget something?
The most important part. I need you all to like and subscribe. And then after you've done that, leave a wish in the comment section. And it's a
I don't
very
like being told what to do, so
I don't like being
It's
told what to
up
do.
Oh my god.
Oh like
wait, there's more. There's more.
Don't be trying to get your wooden scream at the top of your lungs for it bubbling. Are we cool with that?
This episode 0 is kind of like, you go to the movies ever,
felt
and
like I
they have that
opened my-
thing where it's
I felt like I opened my door and I was just bombarded with like 10 Jehovah's Witnesses.
You ever go to the movies and they
Guys,
play that thing that's like, please turn off your cell phone? Like,
Oh yeah.
I think the
it
top
feels like one of
comments-
those where it's like a big PSA.
It's like PSA, please turn off your cell phones. If you have a kid, please don't let him sleeping. I mean, please don't let him cry in the middle of
Cover
the
their
day.
mouth.
Comments
your-
on the first day. We should have seen the top comments.
Wait,
Somebody said, I wish to see her graduating college.
wait, really? Oh yeah, I wish for a disturbingly detailed panel. I wish to graduate. I wish. Wait, what's this one? I wish humanity became a Type 2 civilization by using the Dyson sphere. I'm using a spooky would make sure that the hilarious. All right. These people. Okay, hopefully
Didn't know it was a sci-fi.
chapter one won't be as long as the other one was. Okay, so
I think the comic actually starts now. Wait, what?
it's a guy.
Okay.
Thanos. It's just for
Man, the butt on this guy, the buns on him.
He
Thanos.
does a little squatting. What about it? What?
Oh
I
my.
used to play the game back, like way back in childhood. This is exactly the setting of that game. Like it's just a block of island, and there's a really old guy in there, and all he does is fishing and singing, and sometimes just fire. Like sometimes there's a mermaid that visits him.
Wait, that's it? That wasn't even a
Yeah.
joke. It was just a
Horrible
guy.
comment. It needed a 20-minute explanation.
And then you just see a guy eating sand.
You remember the one with the crow?
Oh, don't remind me. Don't
Charlie the
even.
Sparrow.
Don't bring it back. Don't bring the. If you say his name three
If you
times,
say it
maybe
three
he'll show
times,
up.
yeah.
Alright. What? Hey, yo, this ain't Charleston.
Charleston.
What? That's it.
Yeah.
Not even gonna lie. This could have been condensed with the previous one. There's not even a joke here. Okay. He finds a little sand nipple. He's like, oh, what? This all could have been just one thing. There was nothing happening. I do get it's
I
the
think,
four panel concept, but there's nothing happening here.
Yeah,
yeah,
like those were not needed.
it's
Alright.
worth mentioning. These were posted daily.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I think that's important context. These were daily uploads.
All right. Magic
Okay, so
lamb.
the episode one is probably. Oh
Rub.
my god.
Oh my God! There's.
Oh my god.
It's the contract. It's the contract again. And as our generation is, I ain't reading that shit.
LDR.
TLDR.
All right, let's see. One, two, three, four, and this is the last one. Five. Since these are very short. Rub, 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 rub. Phew. Wait. Did the lamp got limp? It got rubbed out.
It was cold that day.
Yeah.
It was cold. All right. With that, this is the last one. We can do the thoughts and opinions now. What are your thoughts on what was presented? Go ahead, guys. I want to save my very opinionated opinions for last.
Mm, very, very not webtoon friendly. Like, it's not at all. I can see they worked very hard on the rendering, but it's just not fitting for this platform at all.
But you,
I guess technically episode one is like, oh my god, it's
episode one is a
episode one.
contract. You presented us with like a 50
Yes,
page
it's
contract.
31 parts. It's 31 parts, episode one. Oh my god.
It's 30. Dang.
No, it's bigger than that. I'm sorry. It's
Oh,
way bigger than that. Episode one is um we're crossing 50 now. It's more than a century.
no, it's like
Oh
40.
my god, episode no, it's not. Yeah, it's
It's around.
it's 66.
Oh, this is.
It ends in 6-7. Guy.
It ends in 6-7.
Part 6-7.
Oh my god. I think it was done before. Oh wait, it was done before the joke. All right. The one thing I will say, beginning this comic is a comedy comic, but it should be a long form comedy comic, because what a person in a comedy in the comedy genre, people want to see the joke in each episode, and having the four panels in each episode is not working out for this one, because this comic does have more, seems to be a bigger storyline, bigger overarching story instead of short gags.
I have no idea, but like how they laid it out, the layout. I have no idea which platform this would fit. This would have to have its own platform to be able to work.
No, I think it could work if, like the previous one, it had its episodes condensed a little bit more. Instead of having 67 parts for part one, for chapter one, if it was maybe like, if you condense it into like five parts or maybe four, I think it could be a more palpable read.
But then again, the pacing of each panel, like there were so many filler panels.
No, but that's why
Yeah.
I said the filler panels wouldn't be so bad if instead of 67 uh if it cut into 67 chunks, it was condensed to five big chunks. Cuz then cuz I'm not saying the filler panels were bad, because the filler panels do help out with like world building and seeing things happening and whatnot. But dang, the four panels each update is a killer, and it's a real shame because it seems to be really well rendered.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they
So
put in the just in not the right places.
here's the trouble with this one is that it's trying to be a four coma, but it's fundamentally misunderstanding what a
Yep.
four coma is. And so if you have a four panel comedy comic, every four panels needs to be set up in punchline, just in and out joke. And so this is a case where, like, if we compare this directly to the guy that married the hag, what the comic earlier, I don't remember what it was called, but
Love and Hags.
yeah, yeah, that was one that understood the assignment, which is like, okay, we want to have a simple setup and payoff joke every single episode. And whereas this one, like, you go multiple episodes where nothing's happening, and there's just four panels that are setting up a joke that's going to pay off in a week. And so you got to make sure that every four panels in a four panel comic have a coherent setup and payoff. And this one just doesn't really do that.
Hey Shara, did you want to say anything? Oh wait, no, she's talking to someone else. I do agree with you there that this is a this, instead of being an episodic comic, should have been a long form, like serialized one, where we would see like bigger chunks of the story. There would be like jokes spread in the middle, but the story would move forward instead of being this really choppy kind of story that I don't think people would maybe be attracted by the art alone. But if the art was not there, I think it would this format that they did would really hurt the story. But but like I said, not harping on the art. The art is great. I think it's really cute looking. I do think it was very unnecessary to explain what a comic is to the reader in the prologue, and the scheduling. I think that could have been like maybe like put in the synopsis that like, oh, we're updating every day, and we're doing like little short stories and gags. I think that was unnecessary to present me with a contract in the prologue to read. I think that was
What I find
kind
most
of
ironic about this is that the mis like misassumed everything about how webtoon could be formatted, and even the four coma thing, and they spent an entire paragraph, a full book explaining how a comic should be read.
yeah. I do think that is kind of ironic.
It's so over the top.
I do think maybe this comic was not originally planned to put in webtoons, because maybe like the original
Definitely not.
place the original place, people would not know about the
Yep.
this stuff and whatnot. But maybe it
Like I wonder
was.
what the primary audience is, like target audience, the age rate. I'm very confused.
Yeah, no, like I said, very confusing. That very short form stories. I think maybe these stories were supposed to be like maybe like in updated like in social media or maybe like Reddit subreddits or something. That's my
Uh,
idea. Like maybe that's where they originally posted, and then they
I
like
don't know.
this in the webtoons like the secondary part place
It's
because
very confusing because I read ahead up to episode 26 because they're very short, and it's still pretty slow paced, and not every episode has a joke in it. But then I skipped to the most recent episode, which was uploaded a month ago, um, and it's still after 155 episodes, it's still the genie on the island talking to the guy, and so I don't know what to make of this really.
like I said, maybe condensing the episodes in the beginning would have been a little bit better. Making
But
each.
it's like the thing is, there's not really anything to condense because it's like it's not really going anywhere. Like the
I
story doesn't really go anywhere. It's a guy on a tiny island talking to a genie.
I know like it doesn't seem to be going anywhere, but at least it would have presented more of the story and all in one go. Because imagine here, there's like 155 updates. If each update has 4 panels each, that's like half a page.
It'll be
Meaning,
like nine typical episodes. Like,
all right, well, I'm putting it in manga standards, which is every page around 8 panels. So the let's see, divided by 155 divided by 2 would be about 70-ish pages. Considering
75.
each, let's consider a chapter around like 20 pages. That would be like 3 chapters, and they're still on the island. Maybe, yeah, maybe the pacing is a bit slow, or maybe
well, it's
the
just that.
or maybe the story is supposed to be like mostly taking place on the island, but then it wouldn't really make sense after reading that prologue of a contract about the story being about colleagues and gags and whatnot, but where people are still on the island.
Well, here's kind of my point, I guess, is like you compare this to like a sitcom, so like Gilligan's Island, right? It's just like a couple people living on an island and silly things happen. And so that's kind of the way the story is structured here. It's like the guy never gets off the island. It's just the guy and the genie. They're the only characters really. And so if that's all it is, that's fine. But every single episode should have a joke. Whereas there are a lot of
I'm
episodes where nothing happens. And so
I'm randomly kind of skimming through the episodes, and I do not like it. It's so wordy. Every one of the episodes when she's talking, it's just words. It's just a lot of words.
It's just you're saying that she talks too much. Is that what you're saying? The female
Like
genie talks too much.
it's like not to be sexist or anything, but as a girl myself, like the amount of words she's speaking, the amount of like a ratio of the amount of info that I'm getting of the story versus the amount of words that she's speaking is not catching up.
You know what makes sense?
no, that's another actually important criticism. Actually, is with comedy. The famous quote is that brevity is the soul of wit, and what that means is that like getting right to the point essentially is clever. If you can say something complicated in a few words, then that's more clever than explaining it at length.
Yeah.
And so it takes a sort of cleverness to kind of break something down into simplest terms. And usually that's the best way to deliver a joke, is just in the shortest, sweetest possible way. So going back to the newspaper comic comparison, they usually have very few words. There's very little dialogue, and it's a very quick setup and payoff punchline style of humor writing. And that is what works in a 4-panel comic. But if you're doing like this amount of dialogue to a point where it's overwhelming, it seems like the style of writing is not really matching the format that they've chosen.
That is true.
I
That is
think
true.
the
So
whole gag
TLDR, the
of
best way to do comedy is to keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
I think the gag about the main character here, like not the main character, the GP, is that she is a talkative GB. I cannot use swear words.
You think the gag is that she's talkative as she's really talkative? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm getting so far. It's just not.
That could be a gag, but as we said, like for a comedy kind of story,
Especially
you have to deliver a joke, and to deliver a joke, the best way to do it is to like shorten it, I guess. Is that the best way to say?
Yeah, get
it's just
right to the
not
point.
That so so do you guys want to get into the peanut rating, or do you guys want to say any more, and do you want
I
to present any more analyzations?
don't think there's much more to say about it, personally.
Yeah, I think it's like the comic is like badly presented, which is a really big shame because the art seems to be really great. That's one thing I was gonna say. All right, so let's go to the peanut rating. I will say, since I did choose this comic, I'm gonna give it a. Unfortunately, I do have to give it a 4 out of 8. Even though the art, as I said, is really great and I really digged it, the prologue being like that long, I think was extremely unnecessary. And not gonna lie, it did feel a little bit insulting to the reader's intelligence. Like, here, you're here to read red comics, but you seem to be kind of dumb. Let me show you how comics work. The thing that you're here to do, that seems to come naturally to everyone else. But let me explain it to you in this indiscriminate detail how comics work.
Like even if it's a gag,
even
it's just
even
not.
even if no, if it was a gag, it was just so many words explained, which is falls into the other thing that Sleep Aid said, which is if you're gonna make a gag, you gotta make it short. If it was like if it was done like in a short pedantic way, I think it would have actually landed better. Because it's like you've read comics, right? You read from left to right. You listening to this? Are you understanding? If it was kind of like that cheeky way, it was like, all right, they're making a joke. But no, it seemed like they were really like people don't know how to read comics, and I had to show them personally how to do it because if I don't do it, who else is going to? And then with the rest of the comic, like updates being so short, I think it really hurts the readability of this comic. Even though, like I said, really enjoyed the art, but because each episode is so short, I think it like really hurt my initial initial interest for it because it's like I'm gonna have to like click on this like a hundred and different times every time I read 4 panels and like no words. That's how I felt about it. So 4 out of 8 for me for those specific reasons. What about you guys?
It's a like 3. Like at max, it's 3. I was gonna give it a 2, and I thought, okay, no, the art is kind of like pretty good, and some people might like enjoy seeing the whole thing unfold if they like the kind of art style, like cheeky way she's talking. But other than that, it's just not doing anything. Yeah, I know the first part was not actually prologue. It's just an introduction to how to read comics. So putting that aside, just the episodes we've read, just parts of the first episode we've read, it's just nothing there, nothing that I can hold on to,
Exactly.
except for the like last bit of terms and conditions that seemed like a gag, but it kind of made me. Wins because I've already gone through so much of an introduction that I'm just tired at that point.
Yeah, it's like terms and conditions on the lamp seemed like a really fun gag in the like the last bit of there, but I think it was a bit too late for the introduction.
Yeah.
All right, how about you, Sleep
Yeah.
Aid?
Yeah, I got to give this one a 2 out of 8 personally. I think the art is decent. I like the art. That's kind of the only real positive takeaway from it for me is the art. I feel like it's written in a way that is not congruent with its presentation, and so it's like it's just it's a style of writing that doesn't work with short form comics, and so I feel like they're fundamentally presenting it in a way that makes it harder to get invested in. And so, just even clicking through some of these, I mean, I keep getting panels and panels where there's just tons and tons of dialogue to a point where I look at it and it makes me not want to read it. And so, I think that there's certainly potential with this. There's something here, but the way that it's presented doesn't serve it very well. And so, I think that maybe extending this into like a longer format comic or otherwise shortening the dialogue and like getting better at presenting short 4 panel jokes. There's a lot of things you could do to change this that would improve it, but I feel like what it's doing right now, even though there's pretty good art, and I don't even think the writing is necessarily bad. It's just that it's not working the way that it's put together. It's like they've chosen the worst possible way to sell this idea.
Yeah, I do agree with you on those regards. So with that, I guess I guess my score was a bit too high for you guys then. It's like I give it a 4 because I was trying to be nice because I think they did a really good job with the art and the font. Is it the letterings? What is called? I think the lettering they do is really interesting and intriguing, but the presentation is just egregious for this type of comic, for this type of comic specifically. If it was like a gag comic like Love and Hex, then the 4 panels would be fine. But here it doesn't work. With that, we are going to close off the comics for this stream. I hope you guys had fun. Oh wait. Before I forget, if you guys wanna give the comic a try, it is called Wish Fulfillment over on the webtoons. Go give it. The likes, the hearts, the comments. Maybe also tell them that we reviewed it and then maybe they'll watch it and we get more views and whatnot. But with that, that is where we finished the stream for today. Hope you guys had fun watching us read and review comics. And I hope you guys, you guys had fun, helping me out. Huh? Hope
That was good fun.
It was a fun experience.
And if you guys want to catch the next stream, you guys can catch us next Saturday. We do these every weekend at the same time. And if you have a comic that you wish to for us add to your our wheel, just DM me in one of my many social medias, and we'll get right on that. And with that, we will end the stream for today. Say bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. See you later.
Read Charlie the Sparrow.